What's going on, guys? This is Aussie Van Man here, reporting from Phoenix, Arizona, in the stinking heat of the desert. Just cooking slightly here. Got a new pair of sunglasses, guys. What do you reckon? I don't know. They seem to do my eyes good because the other ones were terrible. Anyway, this bag here, all trash, not mine, picked up from the desert, about 100 feet radius around my campsite. That is just a fraction, guys, just a fraction of what sits out here. I'm gonna show you guys. We have to talk, guys. Like, this place is getting trashed out here. I'm out near Lake Pleasant here on Arizona Trust land. I frequent this area quite a bit. And very unfortunately, now that everyone's been leaving because it's too hot, there are some stragglers left behind. I can't say exactly what their social standing is. Some of them look a bit rough around the edges. Vehicles are likely broken down, but I'm not going to go into that. What we're going into today is what is going to happen to these areas if we don't start looking after them. It is trashed out here, guys. There is so much trash. I pick up at least a bag of this stuff a week, but there's just too much here for me to pick up. I've watched people camping around me that have been out here for a while. They pick up, leave, and they leave about half a ton of trash behind with them, or a bunch of plastic trash bags full of trash just right in their spot. There's also some dump sites I've found here. Now I'm going to show you maybe about a 5 to 10 acre parcel of this land that I camp on. There's a whole bunch of them out here. There's probably 6 of them total. Yeah, but I'm going to just show you the kind of stuff that's on this 5 acre area that I'm staying on and how ridiculous it's getting out here. So as you can see here in the bushes, we got all sorts of plastic waste, cans, bottles, just generally in the bushes here. That's generally what I'm picking up every week. Lots of this loose stuff that's getting pushed around in the breeze. You'll have to forgive me, we're in monsoon season, so the winds pick up in the afternoon out here. We're supposed to be getting another monsoon tonight, apparently. We'll see what happens. As you can see, bush after bush is just collecting waste. You can see it all out there. I'm going to go over some of the campsites now that have been abandoned. I'm going to show you all the trash that's been sitting out here. There's too much of it for me. Okay guys, as you can see here, we have a shovel that was abandoned out here. I mean, that's still a good shovel. Somebody could use that. But it was tossed off in the bushes where no one was going to find it. I drug it out here in hopes that somebody will take it. But yeah, just beyond there, all these fire pits. A lot of these fire pits, this one doesn't, but a lot of them have burnt trash inside of them. As you can see, just beyond that, we've got even more trash. I'm not exactly sure what that is, some sort of vinyl top or something. Now we're going to go over to this campsite over here. And over here, there's a ton of stuff that was dumped. Now I know what you're thinking. A lot of you are thinking, well, it's only the drug addicts and criminals and the people that make us look bad that are out here doing that. Well, that's not the case because I've been staying out here. And I know for a fact, I've watched these people. One of them right out here was in a $200,000+ motorhome staying out here. When they left all sorts of bits of drainage and garbage and stuff they didn't want anymore, just abandoned on the side of the ground on where they'd been camping out. So I know fact it's all walks of life that are leaving trash out here, not just the so-called drug addicts, as you call them. As you can see, this abandoned campsite that they've left this old camp chair here rotten, old propane canisters, all sorts of plastic trash, coffee jars, all sorts of plastic waste, oil bottles. Here's more that they left inside of a cardboard box and just left out here. Again, here we go, more waste that's laying out here, just rotting away. But I know you're probably thinking like, well, that's not that much, that can be cleaned up. Yes, but somebody has to come out here and clean it up. I don't have the resources to come out and clean it up. The problem is, one little campsite like that, we're talking multiple campsites across this like 5 to 10 acre field that is part of a much larger area. And I'm finding multiple campsites like this, so including a massive dump site down here, which I'll show you shortly. Just recently, they did tow a abandoned RV out of here. There's a broken down abandoned RV sitting over here. I'll show you where that was, because there's still some scraps and rubbish left where that was sitting. As you can see, all these tiny little bits of trash that have been blown around in the air. As I get closer to this, which this has been sitting there for months and months. Somebody tossed their big blue water bottle out here. This chair here. There was some other stuff, but it's blown away in the wind. Now here's another campsite that it was abandoned a few weeks ago. More remnants, some sort of octane boost. Now this, you can see the impressions from a mat that he had down. He had a big RV sitting here, and he was hauling a motorcycle with him. Now, when he left, I came back the afternoon he left, and all this was just left here. All this trash sitting here. He's left all this condiments or stuff like that he's out of his fridge. He's just dumped in the fire pit here. All this melted burnt trash in here. Here, all these bags across the desert were all his too. They've all blown across the desert, you can see. Now, why haven't I picked that up? Because those stink really bad. There's a lot of rotting stuff in there. I have nowhere to put it. Trash except for inside my van. I'm not going to put that in my van, guys. That's just too disgusting. But that's not even the worst of it. I'm going to show you more. Now here you can see some Julie tire tracks here. This is where that broke down RV was sort of abandoned out here. Someone kept coming and camping in a tent behind it. Eventually it got towed. But this table here, this table was right next to it. And when it got towed, the table got left behind. Now, we're gonna go and check something else out that's much worse. Okay, see this rug here? That's just one piece. If you look out across the desert here, you'll see trash blown everywhere. All of that, all of this scattered through here is from here. This is bad. There was actually a lot more here. But this is from a gentleman that I met. I actually spoke to the guy while he was out here. And he was staying in a trailer, and he had all sorts of vehicles coming and going from his camp. All his buddies, his screws that he left behind that are now sitting in the ground for people to run over. His trash is blown through all through the desert here. It's all laying out here. All sorts of nasty stuff just laying out here, including he left his car jack behind for whatever reason. But yeah, there was a huge mattress out here. I don't know where that blew off to. But all this trash is just blown all through the desert here. As you can see, there's more of it over here. As for this trailer, I don't know what's going on with this guy. I haven't seen anybody out there for quite some time. So I don't know, maybe he's just storing it out here. So now I'm gonna take you guys down to the dump site. I found pretty recently some mass dump site where people have been dumping a lot of trash down there. There's all sorts of stuff. It's right down near a wash. There's even a car seat sitting out here. But it's just insane, the amount of trash that is getting dumped out here. Okay, so over here we can see another trash burn pit, which is full of non-burnables like water bottles and canteens, beer bottles, you know, metal pans, not stuff that's gonna burn down. And then there's a bunch of half-burnt plastic in there. So nobody can use this fire pit now. Thanks. So we have over here, somebody's obviously done a passenger chair delete here. It's a pretty good, oh, it's a StarCraft chair. It's a pretty good chair. And not no more it isn't, because it's been sitting in the weather. But somebody's gone and dumped that out here. Fun. Alright guys, so I don't want to be a downer or anything, but everyone complains why we can't camp in certain places anymore. Why they're shutting all these BLM lands down in Arizona. This is why. I know this isn't a BLM land per se, it's actually Arizona State Trust land. They do have different laws and rules. Obviously no one's been enforcing out here. But it doesn't matter either way. It only takes one person to go, oh, surely they're not going to bother with one plastic bag of trash that I leave behind. Well, if everybody here in this campsite's doing that, which you can see they have been, that mounts up and just destroys the whole landscape. By this time next year, or by the start of the season next year, nobody's probably going to be allowed in here. They're probably going to gate fence it all off, and nobody's going to be able to come in here anymore because they're abusing the lands and leaving all this trash behind. Over here we can see an abandoned tent that's all caught up in the cactuses. More trash down there. There's trash all along here. Under this tree is just filled with trash. I found that the other day. And further down there's even more, all the way down into the wash. But the main dump site is over here. There's tons of trash. People have just been coming out, burning stuff down here, throwing trash in here. It's pretty bad, guys. And I've been here twice. This is the third time I've come back. This little bench table thing here, that wasn't here the first time I came. So people have been coming back and adding more to it. It's a fresh beer can in the fire there. This backpack's moved. That was more closer to the fire. Now it's under the tree though. But all through the bushes here, you see small trash. It's all come out of here. Somebody's had one big dump. And it's all sorts of nasty trash. I won't be surprised if there's everything in here, from car parts, electronics, plastics, probably human feces. It's quite bad, guys. Really bad. So not only is it bad though for people wanting to camp here in the future, because we're not going to, oh, I just found a new dump site. Oh my. So not only is it bad for that, but this is also a grazing land for the wild borrows out here. So, you know, all this trash with broken glass, you know, they're cutting their feet up on, and it's really bad. Oh my Lord. Damn. Oh. Ugh, something stinks real bad out here. Alright, let's have a look. Okay, so we have a giant top here with way more trash. Way more trash. Oh man, that's so sad to see. And that's not all. There's more over, oh, it's everywhere. It's everywhere out here, guys. Look at this. Man, I guess I hadn't seen this one last time. I hadn't gone this far in, but yeah. All sorts of pillows, bedding, tons and tons of beer cans, like crazy stacks of beer cans. Well, there's even more over there. This whole area is just turned into a dumping ground. Let's see what's around the corner here. Yeah, there's more trash all in there. There's more over this way. We got some more bedding over here, an oil can over there. There's more heavily decomposed stuff over here. Here we have a computer monitor, bit of a stool, there's some plates in the ground there, some what looks like car parts over there, mug. Oh, this is a vacuum. Yeah, we got a vacuum cleaner over here. Yeah, as deep as you can go in here, there's stuff thrown in here. Some of it's quite old. So I'd actually thought this was all new stuff from this year, but looking at what I'm looking at right now, I can tell that this is some of this stuff's been out here for well over a year. Man, that's sad to see, guys. Look, here's another pile. Look at this. Another vacuum, more bed linens. We got kids' toys in here. Here's what looks like a bed sheet that's tied up with a bunch of trash all through it. There's a rotten old mattress down here. Okay, guys, hopefully you can see this. And this is just, I want to say my van's maybe 500 feet that way in front of me. So we haven't gone far, you know. This is a small area that this is all packed down into. Yeah, just walked past a blown out air mattress laying on the road. And it smells out here. I don't know what, if I'm smelling human waste or, you know, I have found multiple times I've found dogs that have died and people are dumped out here, which is really disgusting. But the common occurrence out here. Nobody looks after the land. I'm not making this video to, you know, have a dig at everybody. I'm just saying, like, we all need to work together to try to keep these places clean. We need to make sure we take our trash out with us, guys. Because the people that are doing this, they're ruining it for all of us. Pretty soon, we're not going to be able to travel and camp as we go. We're going to have to go to paid campsites only with trash services, because we're not going to be able to be trusted anymore, because nobody's doing the right thing out here. So if there's one thing you guys can do for me, if you're out at a campsite somewhere in the forest and you see a little bit of trash floating around, I'm not asking you to take rotten, stinking, festering stuff with you. If you can pick up a little bit of plastic waste or metal waste, take it out with you. You've made somewhat of a difference. And that's what I try to do each week when I'm out here. It's all about helping the environment and cleaning these areas and keeping it so we can still camp in these places, guys. It's very, very important that we look after the places we're staying. And for all you travelers out there, I know you've probably seen similar sights to what I'm seeing now, but I just want to put that out there, make us all aware of what's going on and what we need to do to change. That's it for me, guys. I am getting out of here. I'm running back to the van where my AC is on currently so I can cool down again. I just felt like I had to say something. I've been watching this happen for months and months out here. Every time I come out here, there's more and more trash. It's very sad to see, guys. And I want to protect these areas so we can all stay in beautiful places like this when we need to. I've seen it happen in other states where they're shutting down all the campsites. Nobody can do primitive camping anymore because people aren't looking after the place. So, all right, guys. Well, that's it for me, guys. Let me know down in the comments what have your experiences been in these areas, and if you've seen some bad stuff going on. And let me know in the comments if you do your bit in trying to help clean the trash up. Alright, guys, you know what to do. Hit that like, hit the subscribe, and until next time, guys, this is Aussie Van Man, and we'll see you later. What's going on here?